Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be creating this cut crease with a glitter liner. So if you want to see how I created this, keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my James Charles palette and I'm going to take the color Code James and I'm going to start packing that color on my cut crease, but I do have hooded eyes, so my cut crease is a little bit low. So I'm going to take that color and put it a little bit higher than where the actual cut crease is, and I'm just going to drag that color out, and I put a piece of tape so I can kind of be guided to where to drag the color out and where to stop at. So now I'm going to take the color No Beans with the more precise brush, and I'm going to put this color right where I'm going to want to cut my crease. This is going to give the cut crease more definition, and when I cut it with the concealer, it's just going to make it look super clean and super sharp. Also, don't forget to add enough color to the your inner part of your eyelid. I guess that's what it's called. It's just going to help it look a lot more defined as well. So now with the color Tune, I'm just going to blend out the edges to make it look softer. Right here, I'm just going to go back with the No Beans and darken it up a little bit before I cut the crease. Right here, I'm going to take my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the color Pale. I always use a lighter concealer to cut my creases because sometimes I do use color on my cut crease and it just makes the colors pop a lot more. Like I said, I do have hooded eyes, so I make sure to cut higher than where my actual crease is. That way when I open my eye, you can still see the cut crease. Now I'm going to take my concealer brush and tap the concealer until it's dry. I do it this way because if I put a nude color on top of it, it creases up. I don't know why, but this is the technique that works for me. So now I'm going to take a really precise brush and I'm going to take the color No Beans and start drawing a line where my eyeliner goes. I'm going to first use No Beans and then I'm going to blend it out with the color Code James. Now I'm going to go in with the color Canvas to set the rest of my eyelid. This is the only shadow that I'm going to use. I'm not going to put another color on top of it because whenever I do that, that's what I was talking about. Like if I set my eyelids with a color like that and then I go on top of it with another shadow, it gets so creased up and it just looks really bad. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the fluffier brush and I'm just going to blend out that color No Beans with the color Code James. Okay, so now I'm going to take my ColourPop palette, Lovebird, and I'm going to take the glitter Indio, and I'm just going to tap it where I created that eyeliner. I'm not going to smudge it, and I'm not going to drag it. I'm just going to tap it very, very slightly because I don't want the glitter to look clumpy and all nasty. So there's other glitters in the palette, and I took a little bit of Island Hopper and I tapped it in really slightly, not too much, just a little bit so the gold didn't take away from the, I guess, rusted color or rose gold, whatever it is. But anyways, I was really impressed by ColourPop's pressed glitters. They're amazing. If you have not tried them out, you're missing out. And ColourPop is so affordable, so they're broke girl approved. No cussing on this channel. Anyways, right here, you're about to see me take this tape off and look at that. Oh. Okay, so now I'm going to take this e.l.f. Jelly Primer. This is one of my favorite primers. If I don't use this one, I use the ColourPop Hyaluronic Acid Primer. These two primers help my acne so much. Ever since I started using these two primers, my acne has calmed down. It didn't go away, but it calmed down. Okay, so my next favorite product is this ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer. This is another product that after I started using it, my acne calmed down a lot. It has hyaluronic acid, so I don't know if that's what helped me. I really don't know, but I don't know why once I started using these products, my acne got a lot better. Alright, so for concealer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camouflage Concealer. This concealer is also really good. I really do recommend it. All these products are really good and really affordable. I love it. Now I'm going to take my Pretty Vulgar translucent powder. I only set where I don't bronze, because if I set my whole face and then I go over it with bronzer, blush, and highlighter, my face gets so cakey. I like setting my face with the dry beauty blender instead of a wet one. I just don't like my sponge getting crusty when I dip it into the powder, so that's the only reason why. I'm gonna use the Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. I got this bronzer in my Ipsy bag and it's actually pretty good. So I wanted to make it a little darker, so I took this bronzer. I don't know how to pronounce that and I'm not even gonna try, but it's really good, and I also got it in my Ipsy bag, and I don't know why I always stop using this, but it's bomb. It's amazing. So for blush, I'm going to use Cabana Boy from the Balm, and this blush is okay. It's not all that, but I wanted to give it a try. Okay, so for the bottom lash line, I'm going to be using the same colors I used to create the cut crease, No Beans, and Code James. I went in with the darkest shade, which I think it was No Beans, and then I went and blended it out with Code James. So I wanted to give it a pop of color, so I took this LA Girl eyeliner and I just put it on the waterline. These eyeliners work really well. I have a couple of them and I don't have any complaints about these. I totally recommend them, and once again, they're super cheap. So for setting spray, I use the Mario Badescu. I don't recommend that, but I didn't have any of my other ones, so I just used that. For highlighter, I use the Mary Lou Manizer from the Balm, and I don't wear that much highlighter. I tap it very lightly, and that's all I wear. I used to wear a whole bunch of highlighter. Like I wanted people to see me in the dark, but I realized that whenever I wear highlighter, it makes my acne stand out even more. So for the lips, I used liquid lipstick and lip liner from ColourPop, and now I'm just topping it off with lip gloss from ColourPop as well.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
And that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram because I also post short makeup clips on there. Bye guys!